again, my people. You know what it is, Don Tony Teflon. That is this one. No, that one. That is the lady. This all the way over there. Lady Elamar. And you know when Elamar is in the building, you know what it is.
Don't you play the whole thing? I love it.
I play the whole thing. Well, you do have a shorter version of it.
Yeah, we do have a shorter version. I'm like, wow.
But
memories.
I like the longer
I like
version.
it too.
How are you doing, babe? How's everything?
Every time I'm here, I'm always better. No matter what's happening in my life or work, family, whatever, I'm better when I'm here. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for all our friends here in the chat. How are you, Tony?
I am great. I have you. I have the chat. That's what's going on. Let's say what up to him right now. Anna's up in the building rocking with us. What's good? Mika is in the building right. And listen, Mika is the first boss level member of Teflon TV. So you get the special shout out for that. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have to give you a special badge for being boss level. You can't just have the regular rock like everybody else. We're going to do something special for you. I'll make that happen this week. I promise you. Next time I do a live stream, next to your name won't look the same.
And what a gorgeous picture, Tony. I don't know if you mentioned, look at her gorgeous picture there in her thumbnail.
That is beautiful. Let's put it back up on the screen. Look at that.
There you go.
And that is what up, man. Beautiful woman. Let's say what up to people right here. We got Miss T up in the building, rocking with us right there. Miss T and Mr. Wolf, right in the building. As always, Jackie C is rocking with us. Our girl Karma is up in the building, rocking with us right now. Drunk Bishop, I seen you in there. Michael Lee, I hit you up again. No problem. Then Drunk Bishop is in the building, rocking with us. Our girl from down under in Australia, Carla Way, is up in the building, rocking with Jen Hack is in here. Quan, my man KP, is in the building, rocking with us. Quan is up in here. Peter Griffith is up in this building. Johnny is up in here. Anybody see Johnny? He's right here in the building, rocking with us right now. Everybody, hit that thumbs up for you boys. And that guy is in the building, rocking with us right now. Listen. And Megan Smith. I'm just going to keep shouting out everybody is in there. Hello, how are you, Megan? Thank you for joining us. Joshua is up in this piece, rocking with us, you know what I mean? And that is what is going on. All right, let's get right into this. So, Elamar, we've seen the episode. You got a chance. What did you think? We heard a lot of hype about episode 6. We're going to go into episode 7 a little bit. But right now, since we got to get your review, your reaction, episode 6, a lot of hype. They said that it would be the big episode. Did it live up to expectations for you?
I mean, yes, I would say so. I mean, we have a dead monster or monster alien, whatever we want to call him. We have a pregnancy. We have all other stuff there. It was death and then, well, almost death. All kinds of stuff happened. Yeah, I did enjoy it. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was great. I thought it could have been the best episode of the show ever. And I think both seasons, I think it stands up there. When I start thinking about episodes from the season 1, I would say, the opening episode may have been the best episode of season 1, the first episode. And then you would say the attack in Colony House would be a really good episode. So I think that, it could have been the best episode of all time. Let's put that in the poll for the chat right now. If this was the best episode of time, we'll put that up in there for y'all. And get your thoughts on it. Best was episode 6 of season 2. The best episode of all time. Put that in there. Let us know what you think. We got to put that right up in there. and we did get something. I heard that I was going off the screen, so I couldn't see it. Was it a membership? Must have been a membership or something. Or a subscriber. Something just happened. I'm sorry I didn't see it. I was off. I was off everything. But episode 1 to me was really, in season 1 was really a episode that it makes you want to continue watching. You know what I mean? So I gotta say that was good. But this episode was really good. It really
Mhm.
was. Did you think that they were going to kill a monster this quick?
Um, I mean, no, I was expecting death of one of the people that we know. I don't think I was actually expecting death of, um, well, yeah, either a monster or something happening to either the boy in white or whoever, one of those children. I was just more looking forward to death of somebody we know, other than somebody who's alive, basically. Yeah.
No, that is my audio all right to you? Is my audio all right to you, Elmo, or is there something going on with it?
It is, on my end, I'm assuming there's something wrong with maybe with my connection or something because it's a bit of a delay here. So apologies in advance if I'm lagging or something.
No, I'm specifically you're fine. I'm saying does mine sound
Oh, okay.
someone in the
Yours
chat
is
says
fine to me.
all right, that's fine,
Mhm,
then it should be fine to them. Then it must be maybe something else is going on,
mhm.
everything else. Yeah, I think that this was not the guy I wanted them to kill, but it makes sense for them to kill him. He's the most popular monster of them all. A lot of these monsters, not rememberable because they're not in this. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
the fact that he's been there for a little bit and stuff like that. Yeah, I think this is the guy that had to go down.
Mm,
I didn't want to see him. We interviewed him and everything else and all that good stuff. So, but it happens, and I wish he would have stuck around. But he may not be done. He may not be dead and
yeah.
everything. It says in the episode synopsis the apparent death of the nightmare creature. So let
Mm.
me ask you right now: do you think he's really dead or not?
That is so cool. I didn't think about that. I thought he's either alive or dead. I did not, that undead or dead for a little bit, and then something happens to him, and he jumps up, uh, all kinds of okay, and starts attacking people. I that is interesting. I have not thought about that. Huh.
All right, so let's go through it. So if in the trailer we see Boyd, he said specifically, he says, and we see him outside, and he's there in front of the body. So now we
Yeah.
say right now, right off the bat, we can see that the sunlight is beaming right on this monster. Nothing is happening. Now I know a
Hmm.
lot of people wanted to say that the sunlight was
Yeah.
the reason why they couldn't go out. What did you feel about this when the sunlight was hitting them? Do you still think it's possible that it could affect them in some way?
Um. I think that those creatures must be monsters. Creatures must be living by some kind of rules that they technically are not allowed to break. It's, I guess, the machine, like, zeros and ones, only it's this way or that way. So I think they cannot, if they're not allowed to come out at night, it's for a reason of because they're not allowed, or they need to not recharge, but I guess kind of like recharge or recoup their energy somehow. So there's a reason why they only are out for a certain amount of time. Why the night? Because it's scary. I mean, the dark things are the scary things are, things that we sometimes can't see, but the fear of it.
Mhm.
So it's scarier to me if something was attacking me at night versus during the day. So I think there's a reason for it. I still
Yeah,
don't know what, why he's, dead there.
yeah, there's two ways to look at it. So you can look at it and say the sun doesn't affect them.
Yeah.
LMR's point is valid that it's more scary. If you want to say showrunners want stuff coming at you at night, it would be scarier, right? For a television and a fan watching perspective. In real life, most likely it's scary in the daytime. You can't go out anyone things out there, but for TV show purposes, it could be
Yeah.
scarier. It could be the point that he's already dead, so it doesn't affect him when he's already dead, and only alive
Mm.
monsters get that. So it could be that situation dealing with it too. It's hard to tell. I'd say every time they seem like they answer a question, they give you another one.
Yeah.
Which is what I like to see too. Quan wants to know, did Smiley change back? He's Howdy Doody on this channel. That's what we call him. He's the Howdy Doody monster. All right, that's the name for him. And the Howdy Doody monster changed back to human. So were they human in the beginning? It looks like they all had some type of human form, so it's a good chance that they are human at one point or anything like that. So do you think that he changed back to a human? When I looked at the trailer video, he looked exactly the same. The
Yeah.
teeth were there and
Yeah.
everything else was the same. It did not seem like it was something different. So what do you think?
I think now, just thinking about it now, I think they like when you think of aliens, right? When I think of aliens, it's like humanoid kind of creature. They may have similar, like, limbs, and I guess maybe even body size, but they technically may have different facial, you know,
Mhm.
structure, like monsters, and they just shift or morph into looking like humans. Maybe they mimic somebody, so they're
Mhm.
not actually humans. They were not humans. They're just took a form of somebody. I don't know where they took it from, or when they took it from, when that happened, but it looks like in order to kill, they're turning into themselves. In order, when they die, they turn into themselves. So they drop that fake facade that they have.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that they're human
Mm,
with these aliens parasites in their body and changes them to this.
okay.
I think that they're
Mm,
doing, the experiments on human beings with these alien parasites that they put inside. We see them inside a Boyd. Now it's still a point of contention. I know people are saying that Sarah got the worms in her, and that's why the spelling of the word came on her arm. Um, I don't know if those worms inside of Sarah. It's still, to me, it looked more like The Exorcist, like when you're being
right.
possessed
Yeah.
by something,
Yeah.
than the worms. So I'm not saying it's not, but that's what it looked like to me. Let me give a shout out to my man right here who sent me a super chat and I won't say his real name. Man, Brian sent me a super chat. He said, "Much to the Don, no aliens, much love though." I appreciate the comment. And listen, I you don't have to agree, but in the end, you'll be wrong and I'll be right. But I appreciated it. And Mika, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, and I understand you don't have Cash App, but if you do have a Cash App, please send those super chats to the Cash App because YouTube takes over 40% of all super chats. So if you want me to get the full amount, then make sure you send it to the Cash App, and the number is right there on the bottom. Tony Teflon 545, right down there. All right, $ Tony Teflon 545. You know what I mean? But I got love for you, no doubt, B. And you ain't here. You ain't gotta agree with me. In the end, in the end, but you will bend the knee when it's all said.
Couple more episodes, maybe we'll get a glimpse of something, right? Maybe a hint
You're
towards what
gonna
it
see it.
is.
So I think I listen. So this episode coming up real quick. You know,
Yeah.
joking about Smiley. Listen, they're gonna do the autopsy. Now, listen. I told you, people. I made a video 2-3 weeks ago called Alien Autopsy, and people laughed about it. Tony, you don't know what you're talking about. Blah blah. Here we are.
There we
Here we
go.
are. Do you
Yep.
think Boyd says specifically in the trailer? He says they go, "What are we gonna do with the body?" He goes, "Bring it inside." Elma,
Yeah.
is he bringing the body inside to eat tacos with it? To dress? Maybe he wants to put clothes on it. Why is he bringing in the body from inside?
First of all, I have to mention, people who have not seen your breakdown or the video, right, or the one that you posted about this. They need to see it. I love your jokes about that they're not gonna. What did you say? Weekend at Bernie's or something?
Yes, yes. A weekend at
I love
Bernie's.
it. Yeah, no, no, definitely. There's gonna be some kind of, not experiment, but gonna, like, if it was me, I would just, like, pull my sleeves up. Okay, let me go in there. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, we need to see what's in there. We
You
need to
got
see
it.
what's up.
You need to know if there's two
Yeah,
hearts in there. You need to know if
yeah.
there's 3 livers in there. You need to
Mm-hmm.
figure out exactly what's going on inside this body. It's the only way you know how to kill something is to really perform the autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it goes, right? That's what you do. I mean, listen, human beings, anytime one of us die, we get the Y incision, all right?
Yeah,
If it's that's all of us,
yeah.
everyone in the chat, the Don, LMR, most
Mm-hmm.
likely when it all said and done, we're gonna have the Y incision on our chest.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. You're right. They do it to everyone. So why wouldn't you think they're gonna do it to some crazy creature? this is what we know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll see. Now, listen, I don't expect there to be a little tiny alien inside the chest and just moving his head around, that controlling the bodies with little controllers. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I don't see that happening. But I think that you got to see what you can get.
Mhm.
Boyd used a lot of all of his blood worms on this monster.
Yeah.
And if these blood worms are the key to killing them, will they somehow be able to grab a couple of them back
Mhm.
and start murdering these things and stuff? What
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I hope they have some kind of gloves over there that nobody's touching the body with previously having some kind of cut on their body. That's my first thing, like germs over there. But yeah, open it up, get like a couple jars of empty mason jars, pour some blood in there, and just let's start going out there during the day, during the night, just being the ones who are hunting those things. um I don't know how many it takes to kill one of those monsters, one of those creatures. But yeah, I would definitely want to see some kind of stuff like that happening. But it would be a shame if this was just like a one-time thing where he did it and the monster's dead and the bloodworms are dead. I hope that's not the case, though.
Yeah, it's just the first monster ever killed.
Yeah.
I would say it is because every time we see Boyd, he's the first to do everything. He was the one who
Mm.
found the talismans. He's the one who found the goats. He's the one who did all that stuff. So I would say that right off the bat that Boyd is the first monster ever killed. And if you have a monster killed, it's time to look inside this monster's chest, open them up and see what the hell is going on inside
Mhm.
there. Side note, we will have the actress who is the nurse who's most likely going to be performing this
Yeah.
on the channel on Sunday night at 10 p.m. So make sure you're subscribed and everything else so you can ask her a question live on the show. And people are saying, what we drinking, Tony Teflon? All right, so this drink that I have right here, this one
Ooh.
it is vodka,
Mm.
watermelon juice, freshly squeezed watermelon
Nice.
juice, and some lime seltzer with a splash of lime in there.
Oh my goodness, that sounds so good.
That is
Yeah.
what we're doing right now. So what do
And
you?
yeah, I am drinking my favorite white wine that doesn't give me headaches. With some orange juice, what else is it? I'm trying to think. Orange juice, pineapple juice, and a little bit of Sprite. Yeah,
Nice,
kind of
nice.
light, but nice flavor. Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
no doubt about it. Thank you for asking and everything else. Yeah, I'm trying not to drink beer like that. I'm sorry. I got to start making these concoctions. Amy, thank you for the super chat right here. I see it right. Thank you. There's no question attached to it, but thank you so much, Amy, for the super chat. We truly appreciate it here and everything else. All right. So when we seen the smile monster killed, Boyd was standing outside. We seen there was a bunch of monsters right around him. They
Hmm.
could have killed him, but they decided to not look at him and just went over to Smile Monster, Howdy Doody Monster, whatever you want to call him. I like the Howdy Doody Monster better. Howdy Doody
Hmm.
Monster while he was dying. Why do you think that happened?
Um, I don't think it's just them being curious. I still think that something is controlling them and something can see through them. So it's like they're gathering that information, but somebody is seeing what they're seeing. Um, yeah, so it's not just them. Oh, I'm curious about it. Although I would think that may be part of it if they are if they have their own mind, which I still don't know if they do. But if something is controlling them, that's something wanted to get a good view of what happened.
No doubt. Jen Hack, thank you for becoming a member. And someone's out there gifting members out. I think it's Mika that you're gifting members out to people. Thank you so much for gifting membership. Definitely become a member if you can be a member. So and everything else. Carl Way says it's only 9:45 a.m. So it's coffee
Mm.
is what she's drinking right. It's hard for me to imagine that's only 9:45 a.m. when it's 8:15 p.m. over
Right.
here. T-ville predictions, Tony. What are they going to find in the autopsy? All right, I'll give my predictions for that. What do you think they're going to find?
Mm. You know, it makes me think about actual bodies of the people that we know, and I still haven't seen guts. I saw lots of blood. I didn't see any, like entrails or all that stuff. I didn't see any things splattered around. And usually for gore purposes, that's kind of scary when you slash somebody's stomach and all that stuff spills, right? Like in other movies.
Mhm.
And I have not seen any of it. That would have been gross. And kind of interesting too. They have not shown it to us. So I'm still not convinced, first of all, what's in the humans, that I think they're still humans, the people that we know. But these creatures, it would be so weird if they reach in there and it's like a bunch of muscles and meat and nothing else, because they don't need anything. Like maybe even if they were human before, maybe their body just absorbed all the actual organs.
So you're saying there's no liquid in them.
No, like, I'm gonna just say like meat. I'm saying meat, as in like, meat. I'm thinking of muscle, but no organs. It's just like stuff in there. Because he didn't bleed or anything, right? It's not like,
You did
pouring
not bleed.
blood.
You did
It
not
was
bleed
just
at
like
all.
something holding him up. I don't think there's stuff there. There's like, yeah. I'm not expecting to find like dried up liver or whatever it is inside. That
Yeah,
would have been cool though.
I maybe I'm
Mm.
thinking. Thank you for the super chat for Devin Gramson, a very generous super chat. We truly appreciate it. He says, "Do you think Smiley is dead, or the worms will turn him into something else?" So we're
Mm.
going through this right now. I think he's
Mhm.
dead. I think that's it. I don't think that you can have that deep fake in the show,
Mm.
especially in the second season. At this, you can't kill the guy and then psych, he ain't dead. I don't think they can play that. You know what I mean? I think you're gonna do it. You got to commit to certain things. That's like saying Fatima asked for a pregnancy test, and when she gets, it's gonna say, "Oh, you ain't pregnant." Right? You
Mhm.
can't do that. If she asked for a pregnancy test, her ass is pregnant.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes. So I think that the fact you kill him, you can't say he's not dead. You can't say it. And the fact that bringing him inside, it has to mean that they're going to perform some type of autopsy on him. So inside, I think that to me personally, I think that it's not going to be the be all end all. You understand?
Mhm.
This is still early in the season, so I think they may find something, but not the key. Uncovering everything. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be something in there they're going to find. Most likely, you'll find that these creatures are human because they look human. That most likely
Yeah.
they've been infected with the parasite.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I couldn't see it being anything else like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I would think it is. That's what I think is going to go on when they find them and stuff and everything. So
Lady Fairchild, was she the one? Yeah, she says, why would they get rid of Smiley so soon? He's so popular. Give him a little more time. Yeah. What if, like you said, he was human, and we at some point are gonna see him again? It's like, his backstory, how he became what he is or was now. That would be quite cool to have
yeah,
him back for that.
I think they got rid of him because he's the only recognizable
Mm,
monster that we know. So they put him on top of the poster this year, right, with
mm-hmm.
Boyd.
Right there. Yeah.
He again, when we interviewed him, he came from an extra role all the way up to the main cast they put him in this season, right? The only other monster that we know is Jasmine, the one who bit out porn
Yeah.
stash's tongue. So it would have to be one of them. If they did it to the milkman, or they did it to someone else, the only one else I can say is
Right.
grandma monster would have been one they could have did it to, but
Yeah.
they may not want to chop grandma up. They may not want to
Oh.
chop grandma up. You know what I mean? So besides that, he is more popular than all of them, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah,
So
maybe they're waiting with her to give her like proper like death, like revenge death for killing that little girl. Like, there you go, grandma. Here's some worms for you.
yeah, so we're gonna see if there is any type of anything in there. And thank you, Amy, for the super chat. We truly appreciate it. If there's going to be anything inside, I think you're going to open them up. You're going to see that. I don't think there's going to be like 5 hearts in there. Yes,
Yeah.
2 livers in there. I think it's going to be basically, hey, these are human beings. And I think that they've been turned the way they do by these parasites or whatever's inside of their body that's turned them to this. I think that's the experiment. Again, when Boyd was talking about these parasites and he was talking about the guy who was locked up, Martin, he said specifically that Martin wanted to die and he couldn't die because these things were inside of his body.
Mm-hmm.
So these things cause long life. Now we look at a lot of these creatures, it seems like they're from the 50s or whatever, the milkman costume, older times. So it could be extending their life, all these things and everything else that we see in there. You know what I mean? So that's what it would seem like to me is going on with these creatures, these things. But the fact that they don't have blood probably is the reason why they die. You know what I mean? And everything. I think that when it was in there, in the Boyd's blood, these things can live in there, the worms. Martin's blood, they can live in the worms. But these creatures, they have no blood because he cut his neck. There was no blood that came out. I think that's the reason why it killed him. Amy, let's go to your super chat. Does anyone else think Kenny touched Boyd's open head wound in the beginning of the episode? That then applies direct pressure to Ellis's chest wound. That there is a potential worm transfer. I have to go back and look and see if he touched it in there. And you know, and other people ask the question too about it. So I want to ask you this. People have said that because Boyd said that we heard Martin say the words, "My blood is now your blood," and then Boyd said the words, "My blood is now your blood."
Yeah.
Do you think the words have anything to do with it?
It looked like saying it at that moment kind of made things happen. It might be just a coincidence, but I think there has to be an open, source of blood. So even if even if Kenny was touched or touched Boyd, if Kenny didn't have any wounds, any open, skin wasn't open, I don't see how the transfer could happen.
Yeah, so if he touched Boyd, the worm would have to be in Kenny's hand flopping around.
Yeah,
and then he would touch him and put it in there. But since there was no open wound in Kenny's hand, then he couldn't. The worm can't transfer.
And Kenny would have felt something, right? Because Boyd did feel something. He was like doing all kinds of uncomfortable noises as this was happening to him when he got them. So even if Kenny got one worm somehow, it might have.
The fact that he had no open wound in his hand means to me 100% that there's no way for the transfer to happen. I understand why it's a good question. I'm glad you asked it. But if there was an open wound in Kenny's hand, then yes, we could talk about that. But for that reason, I don't think it was. So as for the words, to me, I don't think the words have anything to do with it. I think that is just a way for the people who do the show, the showrunners, to understand that he's doing to this monster the same thing that was done to him. So the fact that Martin said that to him and then it happened, if Boyd would have just grabbed him by his neck and didn't say anything, you may not know what's going on.
Yeah, it's for us.
But the fact that he says those words is what gives the viewer to know that he's trying to do the exact same thing that was done to him.
Yeah, he's not just trying to choke him.
I don't think it's not magic like hocus pocus or anything else. You have to chant these words like people are trying to say. I think it's just a showrunner's way to let you know that he's doing the same exact thing that was done to him. And he's just talking that shit. And that's it. I know everyone want to go into stuff, and I'm about that. But we got to look at it as a showrunner's. That's the way I look at stuff. Like as if I was writing the show. And if y'all want to put me on the team, go ahead and hire me. I'm here for it. But that's the way I look at it and everything else. Now, people are saying, Lauren, good question. Let me see if I can find this good question from Lauren. And this chat, I may have to slow the chat down because it's moving pretty fast. I'm trying. I do not see it. If you can ask it again, I will definitely do it. It's moving fast because we have almost 300 people up in the chat. Make sure you hit that Thumbs up for your boy
Nice.
and your girl right over there. That's this girl right here. This one, well, all the way
The
over.
one behind you or the one next to you, Tony? Both of us.
It's crazy when you look at the
Right.
camera. I can tell
Just yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about you. Everything else. This thing jumps up at everything else and starts biting me, then you already know what's going on. Got thumbs up for your man and your lady up in this piece and everything else. And we're gonna keep this thing rolling and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And we every week, you know what I mean, and everything else. And if you want to see me do a double stream like Friday night, Saturday morning, let me know. I'll jump on there and everything else. Again, real quick before we go back into the episode, because I talked to y'all about it straight up. A couple of people hit me up privately. Tim, thank you for becoming a member. Truly appreciate that. Talked about the FromCon, right? And I'm gonna do it. I will know by this weekend if it's gonna happen. I really think that it's gonna. I'm gonna do it next year. I am 90% there that it's gonna get done. 90%. This hopefully Sunday I'll be able to announce that we're having a FromCon. I can tell you exactly where it's going to be at. It's going to be in Nashville. That's already taken care of, and everything else. You know what I mean? So definitely look at it. We're about to get this thing popping and have this
It's
FromCon
very
straight up
exciting.
in Nashville. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it. I'm 90% there. I just need a little bit more help,
Mhm.
and if I get the help, then we're there. And that's it. But it'll be in Nashville where we'll have it because I like Nashville. I think people would like. Hey, it's a vacation spot for some people who've never been there. Maybe
Mhm.
you want to go to Nashville. I'd love to see Carl Way up in there and get in Nashville and start singing and everything else. So that's what it is. So we're definitely gonna get this thing rocking. How it's gonna go is most likely I'm gonna have the website put up. The website will go up, and then you pre-order the tickets and everything else, and then that's it. And that's it. We're jumping it off. It's a done deal.
So that's the way to meet Tony.
Yeah.
Definitely. And see how wonderful he is when he hosts
I will host the
live,
whole
the
thing.
energy in the room. You know what to do between now and then. Get your stuff together and make sure you're there.
Yeah, and you're gonna meet Ella Marcus. She's coming too. And you're gonna meet Phil the Issues guy because he gonna be up in there too. It's not just me and everything else. We're all gonna be up in here and all that good stuff.
Enough
So
time to plan for that, right?
yeah, it'll be next year.
Mm.
We won't do it this year because it's too early. It's too much. So we'll be planning for next year. We'll get it next year, and then we'll do you know. And if anyone, listen, when you're coming, if you are coming or anything like, let me get this thing right, and you're looking for like spots to stay, Airbnb or something like that, let me know. I can hook you up. I can hook you up with some spots. All right, I'm telling you, I can. And thank you, A, for just subscribing. We just subscribe and become a member. I think it was become a member. Thank you for doing that. We truly appreciate it and everything else. But it's going to be a great time. It won't just be like regular cons. We'll have panels. We'll have actors that are from the show there. Right? We'll have that. We'll have autograph sessions with them. We'll have picture sessions with them. And we might have a ride the way ride the faraway tree challenge. It might be that.
Is it like one of those we did with the ride the bull?
Yes, exactly
I'm
that.
gonna set that one out. I'll be watching this too. No more injuries for me. It's like what 4 years since the last one. My hand still hurts. I'll just sit. I'll be fine. I'll be watching people. But yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, the ride the faraway tree challenge, which will be a bull. We'll do it with a bull, and we'll put a faraway tree in front of it, and we'll give away a prize. Whoever lasts the longest on the mechanical bull, we'll
Yeah,
call it the faraway tree challenge. Now we did this before at a
yeah.
con. Elamar participated. It
Yes,
was
I
to
did.
ride the dragon, and I have the videotape of Elamar on it. I do.
And he promised he'll never release it.
I'm not. I am not going to show it. I do have it.
So
I was on it too. I won it. Elamar, did I not win it?
he won it. Tony
I
won it.
won it. I was
Yeah.
on it, and I won the challenge. I talked all the shit, and I actually won. But I have but we're gonna be up for. I did win it. I have the footage.
Yeah.
Elamar was there. She knows I won the whole challenge and stuff. Beat
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody and stuff. But we'll definitely do that. It was a great time.
It was. I was glad that there was lots of adult beverages to numb the pain. They had ice ready, so it was good. A lot of fun. I loved it.
I love you. Let's take this super chat from Luna. Thank you so much. Don't forget the little people when you blow up, Tony. I am the little person, so I would never. No, wait, let me rephrase that. Not like that.
Goodness.
I am black, man. I am down with y'all. You know what I mean? Tony, I wonder if Christy's girlfriend will get the worms when she assists in the autopsy. Very good question. All right. If these worms are there, do you think that it's possible that they could infect somebody doing the autopsy?
Yeah, I'm sorry. If they what?
Like, say they do the autopsy and these worms are just swimming around. Do you think that it can infect somebody?
The way I'm picturing it, they have nothing. They don't have much to swim in. We are calling them bloodworms, but what if they're just kind of like in a living flesh? And what if they're faced with having to realizing that these things kill monsters and
Mm-hmm.
creatures, and they have to get them out as soon as they can to the next creature before, I don't know, the little swimmy things die. I don't think anybody will be like volunteering to be a host, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe boys will be like, you know what, put them back in me. I'm fine. I'll just go out there and start touching, stuff.
I'm gonna
I'll
touch
be
everybody.
Jorah or Mormon, whatever his name is, right, from Game of Thrones. I'll go out there and touch things.
Touch everybody. Misty, thank you for subscribing and becoming a member. Let's go through a couple of super chats here right quick. J R F X 988 says, I bet Tony wouldn't try the Escape to Frontville if they had Sylvia's soul food. I wouldn't want to change. No, why would you want to leave if you have good food like that? I'd be chilling in there the whole time. You're 100% correct about that. Thank you for the super chat. And Mr. What we say? How you say that? Snickle Fritz? Snickle Fritz?
Snickle Fritz.
It's
Snickle.
Fritz in the end.
I'm dyslexic,
Snickle
so
Fritz. There's only Snickle Fritz on it. He says, you do great work, my guy. Keep it up. Listen, thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate it, man. I appreciate the super chat. I only do what y'all allow me to do. You know what I mean? And it's not just me. It's the co-hosts that rock with me that I have great chemistry with, like my girl and Lamar here and my boy Phil, the Issues guy. Couldn't do it without them and everything else and all that stuff. It says you should do a from escape room at your listen, Roland. I already
that's
told
what he said.
Did I not say it right?
You did say it last time, yeah.
Last time I was on the stream, I told you I would have an escape room, a from base escape room there. I will have that. That's done. That's already done. I guarantee you that'll be there and everything. No, it's gonna be no joke. You know what I mean? And everything. Hopefully I can announce it Sunday it's going down and the website will be going up and everything else and all that good stuff. But I have everything. It's already planned out and everything else on paper. This is not just something in my head. We got it going on and everything else. And I said, I've already talked to some actors and actresses. I'd rather call them actors. And they've already told me that they would do it. So it's just getting it done and everything else. And that's what it'd be. And Carlos says there should be a quest too, like a treasure hunt. We could do a quest there. The quest ends up in my hotel room, then hey.
Tony's the prize. Sign up, ladies.
He's the prize.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna find more than a talisman today.
Oh goodness.
That's funny. But no, it's really serious. No, we could definitely do some type of quest thing. I understand what you're saying. Like every day, if you do something like that, you get a different clue or something like that. You know what I mean? And all that good stuff and everything. We can figure that out. We get that thing popping and all that. I ain't playing.
I wonder how the escape rooms are set up. The only one that I ever participated in was the one from work, and I was happy that my coworkers were there because I was already drinking at that time. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait for everybody to get me out of there. So,
Oh, it would
yeah,
listen. It would be so great because after we do the con, we're in Nashville, so we could
yeah,
all just go out together down
yeah.
street and just hang out. And I got
Hmm.
dibs. I got some people. I got my man Will is out there, so I got some people out there, and we'll have an ill party.
Wonderful guy.
Wonderful, one
That's
of the best people you ever met, and I
yeah.
guarantee we'll have an ill penthouse party. We'll have an ill penthouse party,
Yeah.
ill one. That'll be like you. When it's done, you'll be so happy. You're like, yo, this is the
Yep.
illicit you ever been to. Trust me,
Yep.
I ain't playing with you when I say.
Everybody loved it. Everybody, yeah, made a lot of friends.
Yeah, listen. 4 years
New
later, people still
people,
talking about it.
older friends. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's gonna be a great time. Hopefully,
Yep.
I get to announce it again on this.
Yeah.
Let's keep going with the new episode. We'll go
Hmm.
back. I know
Yep.
I'm going all over the place here with y'all. I'm drinking, goddamn it, give me a break. All right, so in this new trailer, we hear
Hmm.
something very good that we hear. It's Jade talking to Tabitha, and Tabitha says, "Is this and gift revolver? Thank you for becoming a member. Truly appreciate it." She says, "Is this the symbol you have been seeing?" And she goes, "Yes."
Mm.
And she goes, "Oh, I've seen this in the caves." And he goes,
Mm.
"What caves?" So
Mm.
we finally have Tabitha talking, telling somebody about these
Right.
goddamn tunnels in these damn caves. Do you think it's about time, Elamar, that she opened up her mouth?
Right. And this is what's getting to me. Like I would sit them all down in a circle, like, okay, open up, everybody spill, like what you got. And it looks like the entire family, Matthew's family, or Matthew's family,
Mm-hmm.
is in the middle of it all. Like, oh goodness, I keep forgetting their names. The husband, and then the wife, and the kid, and
Yep.
the only person who I don't remember having input into the quest is the daughter, Julie.
Yeah.
That's the
So
only person
you
I
got
don't remember.
Julie,
Yeah,
Ethan, Tabitha,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
dad.
So they all were part of it. So it's like it's their quest. Yeah, they should start talking. Like I'm about to like shake some people up. Like reach in there. Like, okay, start talking. Connect the clues. Communicate. Yeah, it's
That's what
exciting.
it's like a team builder. Listen,
Yeah.
let's sit down here. Like
Right.
they're willing to sit down there and
Yep.
talk about how much food we got. Let's sit
Right.
here and plan the food. But you ain't willing to sit there and say, your ass disappeared for a little bit. Where the fuck were you? Your
Yep.
ass disappeared for a little bit. Where the fuck were you? You tell me this, you tell me that.
Yep.
You need to tell me. Like Tabitha,
Yep.
your ass fell through the goddamn floor. And listen, how
What did
she
you
fell,
see?
how she fell through the floor and then twist her ankle.
Right.
I don't know how she did that. I don't know how strong her calf muscles
Yeah.
are.
No.
It must be extremely strong.
Yep.
Because I've seen football players tear, and Micah, thank you for
Mm.
gifting another membership. We'll see what it is. Tear the ACL. They ain't even getting touched. And dudes come
Mm.
up, they're hobbling. Oh my God, they're hobbling, right? Genius has just become a member thanks to Mika. Thank you so much, Mika, for subscribing, giving Just Genius that check. You know what I mean? When people grabbing up their knee in football, they
Mhm.
never get touched. This chick fell through the
Mhm.
floor.
Didn't
She was
break a
flipping
bone, no
around.
concussion, nothing.
Like, oh! Just like she might as well did a superhero pose and put a fist in the ground and stood up when
Mhm.
she did that. You know what I mean? The way she fell.
Yeah, her head should have bounced off of the, either way, right?
Listen, I go down. If I fall down, what up, Mara Chase? You know we love you. Put up on the board. Where my head goes down, one flight of steps, I may fuck my ankle up. If I miss one step, if I'm going down a flight of steps, and it's possible that I miss one step, I may fuck my whole ankle up. I gotta
Just
catch them
stepping,
all.
people can do that. I know a person who just walked and stepped on it wrong and twisted itself just by walking. So she's great. She's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this chick them fell. It wasn't like they knew she was gonna fall. She
Right.
ah!
There she goes. And she should have technically landed on all the broken, like the, what do you call them? Like the floor
Yeah, the floor was jagged.
pieces, right?
Yeah,
Like
the
where is all
pieces.
that?
It wasn't like it was a solid straight floor. She was all over the place. There was a
Mhm.
bunch of
But
splinter
movie
joints.
had to
She didn't
happen,
get a
or there's a,
splinter.
yeah.
You would think she get a
Yeah.
splinter in it somewhere. You know,
She should have landed like a superhero with that thing with, like they land with the hand out. Like that would have been.
Chartavius Lewis, thank you for subscribing. Truly appreciate it. Welcome to the family. You know what I'm saying? So, but she done did the fall. We go past
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Came through and everything. What up, Kizzy Cat? Came through and everything else. And then just like, I ain't never telling nobody about this. Like,
Right.
surely you need to open
Like if
up.
there's, yep. They need to talk. They need to talk what happened. And there's this whole thing, like there are no there are dumb questions. There are dumb questions. But in a group setting, people say there are no dumb questions to encourage that information flow, right? So people get and communicate. There is no crazy dumb story. Just tell your story. What happened to you? If you think it's crazy, well, we are in a crazy place. Let's continue with the topic, right? What's crazy in your world? What did you see? So yeah, people should start talking. But again, Donna makes a great point. I mean, they're being listened to, so they should be careful. But at the same time, like they're already talking about not talking, so they know somebody knows that they know that they don't want to talk, so
Exactly.
they
It's
might
like
as well talk.
you go down there into these caverns, the labyrinth,
Mm.
and when you go behind enemy lines, thank you, Anthony Ross, for subscribing. You would think that the first thing you would say is, "Yo, I know where these motherfuckers sleeping at."
Right.
Right? Like if you got beef with somebody, let's just say like this. Say I got beef with you, or you got beef with me, right? And you coming to get me. I'm coming to get you. If I know where your home is at, I'm going to my people's like, yo, I know these cats resting at.
Right.
First thing I'm saying. That's the first thing that, yo, I know where these cats rest. Or I know where these cats
It's like
heading.
I know where you live, right?
Yep, let's go get them.
Right.
And she done took 2 weeks. He said shit. This chick is having pancakes. We're going here making pickles out of whatever they make.
Right.
You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Like the immediate stuff, right? Her husband, her family. She wants to find out where her kids are, hopefully, right? And where her husband is. I get it. Priorities. But after that, don't pickle stuff. Stop pickling things. Talk. While you're pickling, talk with a group of people that you're pickling with, right? Like there's a conversation about, you're sitting down. You can talk to people at that time.
She has the best information,
Mm-hmm.
and we can't expect Victor to give that information up.
No.
Like, we can't expect it from him. So we can only expect it from her. She should have been done gave that shit up.
Exactly.
That should have been the first thing, like, yo, I know these cats are sleeping at. Like she was quick to step to, Sarah, little skinny Sarah.
Mm.
Right?
Okay.
Sarah, let me tell you something. I'll kill you.
Yeah.
I want you to repeat it so you understand that what I'm saying. So when I do kill you, there ain't no excuses. Like, I didn't really get what you were saying. Oh, you didn't get it? Maybe I'll give you you don't understand this right now. So when I do come to kill your ass, like you ain't gonna be able to say you understand. She willing to say that. But we got people, monsters out here tearing people apart. And you know where they resting at. And you ain't quick to be like, hey yo, I know where these cats is resting at. That should have been.
And they're sleeping during daytime, right? So she knows already. Victor told her they're waking up. So go there during the day.
All you gotta do is go in there with a day with a bunch of stones.
Drag them out.
Drag one of cut their heads off.
That too.
I would chop their legs off. Number one.
So they can run. They cannot do anything. Their hands, right?
Yeah, let them drag their asses.
Mm-hmm.
They be dragging. They be looking. Drag. Come on, motherfucker. Come on. You like to play around. You like to knock on doors. Let me see you knock now. I chop their legs right the fuck off these motherfuckers. I chop their legs off. You better drag your ass over here. Drag your ass over here. Let me see what you got.
with definitely just during the day with a clear intent what to do, bring couple back, put some worms in there and see what happens.
Oh, that's it. And then you go in there
Yeah.
and it's cut off their hands. Yeah, you cut their hands off your feet.
Yes. I mean, that's how
I
they
do
kill,
that
right?
to them.
Well, technically, they don't run, but they do outreach with their hands and they become claws. I don't know if they can do the claws with their feet, but definitely chop off their head so they cannot bite you. See if they will still technically wake up after they're killed at night or during the day. If they wake up at night, what happens
Mhm.
there? I would have had a blast if I lived that long over there.
Yeah, listen, I ain't trying to kill them right off the bat. Now, they tortured
No,
me for a while. They got to
I would
get it.
have too much fun with them.
Yeah, they got to get it. They got
Yeah.
to get it for a while. I have to give it to you before I take you out.
We
You
would
got
be
to
on a team of revenge team.
There'd be no doubt about it. I would let chop their feet off, their legs off. They'd be crawling around after me. I'd be hitting them with rocks and throwing it, just playing with them. You know what I mean? Before I take them out, they'd have to suffer all
Mm.
that scream. I'd be screaming at them, "Scream now, motherfucker! Oh, everybody scream! Take this right here." That's what it would be. Joan is saying, let's listen what Joan is saying right here. Joan is saying that instead of telling her husband about the monsters in the tunnel, Tabitha is is having gatherings with bleached children. You're exactly right. She should have been gave this information up. Tabby. Tabby, Tabby, Tabby. She may never come on the channel, but I don't know.
No, we
Anyway,
love her. We love her. She's great. I mean,
you love the
I don't know
actress.
what it is about the season. Everybody, if they could have upped their game, they did. They already. I loved everyone season one. I don't know where they got these actors. I've never seen them, majority of them before. Oh, none of them. They are perfect, in my opinion. And in season two, they're even better. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're
Mhm.
doing it, and I love it.
They are doing it. All right, so
Hmm.
we'll go on from that, and then we'll go on to the next thing that we seen in the trailer, and that was Randall talking to Jim, and Randall says to Jim, "Hey, you think this is an experiment? Have you ever thought about somebody may be in on this?"
Hmm.
All right, so now straight up here,
Yep.
we have confirmation that there could be a mole situation going on in this situation, and someone could be in on this. Now it's put out there that the showrunners have said there was a mole in there. Now we have direct proof that most likely there is a mole in there and everything, and it's past Jim's mind. So now we have
Mhm.
people in there. There's someone in there. Is the mole? Who is the mole, Alma?
Oh my god, I still think it's Donna. It would have been like it would be really I would have been shaken like if I was close to Donna, her being, with me through all this stuff and
Mm-hmm.
all this happening and then she's the mole. It would have a huge effect on me living there. Not to say that others like let's say Kenny's mom or but these people had too much already too much was revealed from them. Donna, I only heard things from Donna. I did not hear it being backed by anybody else, or I did not see her experience stuff by herself. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's Donna.
And I'll give into it. It says at the end of this poem, I'm going to end it. It was episode 6 of season 2, the best episode of all time. 54% says yes, 46% says no. That's over 250 votes on that. So, it's split right down the middle. From what I'm looking at it, we have 125 likes. It's not acceptable. So, if you can, please hit that like button and everything else. We'll take this super chat real quick right here from my girl Mika, and she says, "Tony, how can I gift memberships to my boy Justin Dunhu?" I don't know. uh, there's a way to. I thought you were gifting memberships, but I know you can get. I think when you hit the member button on there, it'll give you the option to gift memberships, and you can just gift them out there, and then other people can just claim it and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So I think that's the way it works. I've never actually gifted one, but I think that's the way it is and everything. So dealing with the mole, I think you
Mhm.
have to look at certain things. Number one, this person should have been there for a pretty long time. If they're running an experiment, it's not because I know a lot of people like to say this old lady who just got there who's dancing around, right? I know they want to say it's her, but and it's good reason Tilly. There's good reason to think it was Tilly. Tilly's
Mhm.
always up in the hustle. She's always seems to be Johnny on the spot. She has the dope for this girl's girlfriend. She know too much. I understand that, no doubt about it. But if it's gonna be someone who was here, the way Randall is saying it, he's saying it like someone's been up in here. Like, don't you think
Hmm.
someone is? That's the way Randall say, not someone who just got there. He's saying it's someone who's been there. Again, so now the next thing we have to say is it has to be someone that it's going to affect you when you figure out they're in the mole. So let's just say people are saying the girl with the glass in the eye. Let's say she's the mole, the
Mhm.
girl with the glass in the eye. Would you really care? Would that really hurt you? Would that really make you say, "Oh, she's the mole"? No one would care about that, correct, Elmar?
Yeah, I wouldn't care that much about her. It would be a great, I mean, on her side, she would be great at hiding and blending in, kind of being not invisible. I mean, she's visible to us, more visible than others, but she's kind of like low, like just hide, well, not as visible as Donna. I keep saying Donna, but uh she would kind of be going under the radar with just kind of not being too much of something. In case of Donna, it would be a great impact because she's the person who runs the place, who helps people, who is like the mother figure, the care people, who person who cares. As far as new people, yeah, I mean, yeah, Tilly, um being put in there as another mole to kind of stir things up a little bit more, maybe. I mean, why can't we have two of them? Somebody says that. Uh, um, I'm the mole.
You
Sure,
are
I would be.
you the mole,
I would be
Elmar.
the
You're the
mole. I
mole.
would be running the experiment. Of course, I would be. I would be there in the colony house experimenting with the whatever Fatima had in her garden. Definitely running experiments on people. That's me.
No doubt about it. So when I look at it, it would have to be someone who's been there for a long time. When we look at the people who've been there the longest, and we can only go by Boyd, that's how we can look at it. When Boyd got there was the guy who stabbed Ellis, who was Donna's husband in real life. He was there. Donna was there,
Mm.
and the preacher was there. Those were the main characters that were there when Boyd got there. So it's a good chance that one of them could be the mole. We know it's not Boyd. Could it be Donna? Could it be the other dude? Or it's a good. You would have to look at that, right? Those are the people we see if Father Kotchery is dead. So that there you go. So then it has to have, I think, some type of. It has to have some type of. It means something to you. Donna
Yeah.
being the mole after all she's done would make you really tug at your heartstrings.
Yeah.
It would make you feel like, oh my God, Donna's the goddamn mole. She's working with this whole thing the whole time,
Hmm.
right? That's what that would be. When I look at those things, the only other person besides Donna that I would think would be the mole is Kenny's mother. I think
Hmm.
Kenny's mom could be the mole, straight up. When she came on the channel, she was the week before last, the beautiful woman that she is, another
Yes.
Elizabeth. I told her in her face, Don Tony Teflon told her, I think you the mole with your damn tea. And
I rewatched it. Yes.
and she confirmed to me that it was
Mm.
mushroom tea,
Mushroom
right?
tea.
That's what she said to me, damn mushroom tea.
Mushroom tea.
We don't know about the mushroom. I know what the mushrooms
With
be do.
mushrooms, right? I've
Yeah,
never
I know what mushrooms do. And if Bill was
mushroom
here,
tea.
mushrooms do too.
I don't know. They do. I heard they do a lot of good things.
Yeah, listen, it's how you take it.
No, not just good things, but like good things. So
They do good things.
yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But she's always got the tea up in people. When you
Hmm.
look at there, Jim and all them lost their house. Come live with me. Come live with me. Jade
Right.
knows some questions. Come live with me. Come live with me. She put all these people that she may need to watch in her house to watch.
Mm.
Right? So I would say that you would never expect it would be her, pancake making shorty, right? You never think it's her. It's gonna be
Yeah.
someone that you don't think it is. All right, so let's go through
Mm.
what other people are saying. Fatima. Would you think Fatima is the mole?
Before I go there, with when it comes to Kenny's mom, like I wonder how she would be the mole, but Kenny would not be in it, and her
He would
dad
be.
would not. He would be.
No, he wouldn't
He would
be.
not be. So I wonder what would they like. What is the reason for it? Why would she? First of all, what is like for Donna? I can see something with her family being in charge because she always lived in. I keep Donna. I'm on Donna's like you can tell. But yeah, she has reasons to be the one in charge, not living under her in her sister's shadow. But as far as Kenny's mom, I don't know about that. Like I don't know what her drive, what her reason would be for that. Would she be coerced or kind of like
No,
threatened to do
she
it?
would be working with the government
But
and
like
sent in
why?
to watch because her husband. So when Boyd got these bloodworms in him, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna give away some of this video stuff to put out there. Baby girl, thank you for becoming a member. Truly appreciate it, right? So let's look at it like this. When Boyd was coming up in this piece, right? And
Yeah.
bloodworms put in him, right? Then all of a sudden, C10 has gifted a soldier membership. Thank you so much for doing that. You know what I mean? To Baby Girl, I do believe. Baby Girl's not a member. Thank you so much for doing that. It's very great for doing it. And Karma is now a member. Thank you so much for doing it. When you look at it, Kenny specifically says that the symptoms that Boyd had reminded him of his father.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what he said. He said it was the bloodworms in Boyd, but he said this reminds me of my father. My father started getting crazy. Right?
Yeah.
Anthony Ross has become a. Thank you so much. So, what if she
Mm.
put that shit up in her husband doing an experiment, and that's what caused him like that, and that's what made Kenny think it reminded him of his father. And she
Mm.
was running the experiments already. And
Mm.
she has said that she felt guilty about putting her husband in there. Is that really why she feels guilty? Or is it she
Mm.
guilty because she knows what she did to her husband? When you
That
look at
that's
people who are
interesting.
spies,
Yeah.
right? When you look at people who are spies in countries, it's
Okay.
not James Bond. It's not someone. It's not Angelina Jolie with a big ass lips, sexy lips that they are, right? It's people that look like everyday people. You have no
Mhm.
idea who they are, right?
Mm.
There's no
Yeah.
everyday person. How do you do it? You bring in your husband, you bring in your son. You look like someone who's supposed to be in there. You look
Yeah.
like you run the diner. What's the diner? The diner is the hub of everything.
Yep. That's where stuff happens. People
Everyone comes
talk.
to the diner. People talk in the diner. People are
Yep.
in the diner. The music gets played.
Relax.
The music box gets played in the diner. She's got
Mhm.
everybody's stuff locked up in the back.
Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah.
So if I had to go with it,
Okay.
I'm going with that sexy ass Kelly's mom. I'm going with her. Going with her. Going with her.
Yeah. And I gotta say again, what they did with makeup, like you said, Tony, in that video,
Uh-huh.
they turned her into a different looking lady on the show, and she portrays she's a character in the show. In real life, such a beautiful lady.
Oh, they definitely have an ability to make these women not look
Yes.
as beautiful as they are.
Yeah, in real life, as they are in real life. Yeah.
I don't know how they do it,
I
but
don't
they
know how
do
to
it.
right. Different people, like they look like different people. Yeah, that's great.
So next to the mole, Lady Fairchild says there's no need for a mole. I mean, this is what was brought up in this in this next trailer, so there has to be something going on. We'll go through the
Mm.
other people in there. I think that if you want to say Fatima, we talked about her. I just don't think she's been there long enough. She's only been there a year.
Mm.
Like she had her year anniversary there, and she's pregnant. So I just don't see it being Fatima. No, it's not Ellis because he's down with Boyd, and it's not that family right
Yeah.
there. So when I look at all these people and everything else, I just don't see anyone else. It's really out of those two people
Hmm.
and everything else.
For me, Donna, Kenny's mom, like you convinced me to not just convince me, but you gave great points about. And then I'm still thinking
Victor,
maybe somebody. I'm sorry.
I mean, Victor's been there the longest.
Yeah, yeah. Not. I don't think Victor. And if he is the mole, wow,
I mean,
he's
he's there as
playing a
a
great
child.
part.
So why he would be there as a child as a
Mm,
mole? It would be weird for him to be there as a child.
right.
That's the only reason why I can't see him there in
Mm.
this because he's been there as a child. Let me hide this real quick so I can take a look at this thing. Thank you, for donating the super chat. And I want to get to all these questions that I can. Uh it says I think she was really close to
Hmm.
Sarah as well. Who are we talking about here?
Probably Kenny's mom.
Kenny's mom? Yeah, she was close to Sarah.
Hmm.
So that also leads more credence to it being Kenny's mom.
Hmm.
She's getting Kenny's mom is communicating with her. The aliens are communicating with Sarah to get out of there. And Micah and Mika says, I love Christy. Well, you get a chance to interact with her this Sunday when she jumps on the channel and comes to the Escaping From show right after to break down the episode and talk about everything else that is going on. And make sure you're subscribed so that you can call in and ask her a question. Speaking about people who are just beautiful people, and she's beautiful in the show too.
Hmm.
But they still don't do her justice like she's been done justice in the pictures that they show that I've seen of her, goddamn, and everything else and all that good stuff. But she a young girl. She's only 25. 25 years old. And that's it, baby. All right, let's get this super chat right here. Tala Sim says, uh, Priest and Fatima came alone. Everyone else came with someone. Hmm.
Hmm.
That is a very interesting point.
Hmm.
But when we look at the priest, he's dead, so it's not him.
And
Next.
we see his backstory as in like we actually are seeing him with his own memories of when he got there. So we see through his eyes with only him. He doesn't have to pretend in front of anybody. He is
Mhm.
reliving stuff when he got there. So I don't think it's him. He's not doing it for show. I mean, he was talking to Boyd about it later, but in a moment he was reliving it himself. As far as Fatima, that's a good point. We don't see her actual story of how stuff happened, and there's nobody else to back it up. Like in Kenny's case, there's his mom to back it up, or was his dad. Um, yeah, so Fatima may be on the list too. The list grows.
I mean,
Mm.
it's one of these two, and the biggest impact would be down. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt that Luna. Thank you for the super chat. Let's put that up on the screen. It says no one in Frontville currently was around when Vic was a kid. We only have Vic's word for it. Pigs can be planted. So it's not the pigs. It's not the pigs. I mean, pigs can be planted, but we do have pictures of it. And they show it to us. When the showrunners show you things like that, they do that to let you know this character's backstory.
Hmm.
All right. I don't think that the showrunners would put that in there if it was fake. They would show that whole
Yeah.
situation with him coming out and all the dead bodies being around and him seeing the boy in white for the first time and all that. I just don't see them doing that if all that was fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I
They
do.
wouldn't be faking it in front of anybody else. Like he doesn't need to live in it himself. He just needs to. If there's something to fake, you fake it in front of someone, and there's no people there to fake it in front of.
And Cheryl Washington says every time Tony says and everything else Everyone take a drink. We're getting lit tonight. Do I say that a lot?
Sometimes, yeah.
I do. I don't. I
But
don't.
everybody has their thing. Everybody has
I
something
don't
that
know
they
that I'm
say.
saying that shit. God time. God damn it, and everything else. So I really say now I'm gonna pay attention. You should have put that in there because now I'm paying attention to see if I'm saying this.
Everybody I know, they say things. I know I say things, and people say to me that I repeat it all the time, and that's just, we have our things, and that's what it
Listen,
is.
it is what it is. Eric,
Mhm.
Rebel Eric, let's look at your super chat and thank you so much for super chat. It says, I was thinking that it was Donna, but you're slowly convincing me that it's Kenny's mom. It's a
Mm.
mushroom experiment, and Jim will find out. Listen, if you want people to see shit, right? Have visions of shit. We know that mushrooms do that. I'm not saying I
That's
know
a
from
great
personal.
point.
I'm saying I know from personal experience. Stop looking at me like that, goddamn it, in the chat. You don't know me. Don't judge me, goddamn it. But I'm saying mushrooms be making motherfuckers hallucinate.
Mm.
All right, see shit and everything else. I've known a lot of people who's tripped, who's done acid.
I said I heard it's a great thing, like for those who are into natural stuff. I have
You know,
not tried it. I'm too afraid to try it, but for
mhm.
those who have, I mean, I heard wonderful things about it.
I mean, people have done things like that. You know what I mean, and everything. And I've known people that thought the trees were moving. Literally
Mm.
told me the trees were chasing them. I'm not saying Victor is on mushrooms.
I was just wondering
Right?
what's in those peaches. Are they like, moldy with mushroom fungi living on them peaches? Maybe that's why
And
he's
thank you
counting
for
the
the
trees.
super chat, Kizzy, a Cap for dropping that. We truly appreciate that. It's. I'm just saying, if you're trying to get people to see shit, you know what I mean. That's what and people just put up the House Teflon LMR drinking hand emoji. Everybody who's a member, put up the goddamn LMR emoji
Aw.
up in there. And if you're a member, you get things like these emojis, special emojis and stuff. Put the LMR drinking hand emoji for rocking with us.
I
Oh,
am
for coming in
enjoying
there,
this
rock.
this thing here, yeah.
You see, throw that up in there for the people. Death Shadow, look at you with your explanation points and everything else. Death Shadow, like you really want to get
Nice.
my attention. Do you really think that's a good thing to do? Do you really think it's a good thing to get my attention like that? You can't tell me. And this is the whole thing. If you want to say it's not aliens, when I know it is, but you want to say it, don't just say it's not aliens. Give me something that proves it's not aliens.
Or what it is, if not aliens.
Yeah,
I wonder.
don't just come
I
up
mean,
here with
how would
don't come in here with your bravado. You know what I mean? With your internet thuggish lifestyle. You know what I mean? Don't come to me here with your Grand Theft Auto thug life. All right? Or your Call of Duty thug life. Give me some. Prove it to me. And I will sit here and prove it, and I'll bend the knee to you. All right? Prove it to me. Prove it to me. Don't come to me with the bullshit. Don't come to me with just your opinion, because your opinion is just like mine. Come to me with it. Go ahead and tell me what it's going to be and
Kenny,
everything.
how
And
would you classify
don't use
aliens?
all
How would you
capital letters.
classify
There's no
them?
need for that. I see you. I see you. You don't have to use all capital letters. I can see you. It's all right. I know you make me have the caps lock. You can unlock it. Unlock it. It's fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'm not saying I'm right. I don't know that if I'm right. I'm just giving you my opinion. And my opinion when I do it, my opinion is what the show has shown me. That's what I go by. Not what I want. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. It's cool. I'm not here to be right. It just so happens though, everything else I've said is right. We go through it all. I told you there was going to be a damn alien autopsy. Seems like there's going to be one. I broke down the
Mm.
whole void scene would fit there, the whole scene. Everything I said was 100% on. You can go through my videos and everything else, and you will see exactly that I was right on all of it. So if that is the case, and I'm right, that's just the way it goes. People are saying my sound is acting weird. Let me see if
Yeah, I was just wondering. I just noticed just a moment ago. Yeah, your sound is kind of like it's clipping. Is
is
it
it.
called clipping?
Let me see.
Like when
Mic check,
it's
mic check. How does it sound better? Mic check, mic check, mic check,
no.
mic check. No, it's worse right now.
Hmm. It's like I can hear you, and then I can hear like static. Yeah, like a different static at
Yeah,
the end of your.
right now it's still staticky.
Yep.
It is really. All right, let's see.
And it just started just a couple moments ago. I thought it was my connection. That's why. But I saw somebody in the chat saying, Peter actually, Peter Griffin said that you're kind of robotic, and you are.
What's going on with? How about this right here?
Mm, still the same.
It's still the same right now.
Yeah.
Is it really? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Huh? All right, Elle, hold it down.
All
I'm gonna
right.
I'm going to put you on full screen.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna
People
have, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna log off and log,
full
log
screen.
back on.
Okay. All
All right.
right. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. The sound definitely was coming from Tony's mic. Hopefully he can reconnect to it. I was wondering, I was asking Tony, I don't think he heard me. I wonder what his theory was for who, like, what is his definition of aliens? Like, is it um somebody who is like not from Earth, or like how would you classify, and I'm gonna ask that to him again. How would you classify what an alien is? How long do you have to be here? This is your moment. I don't like. I can't. I'm reading the chat. Yeah, this is my moment. Yeah, let's talk all kinds of stuff while Tony's not here. Now, like I was wondering, like, what is considered an alien? Like, how long do you have to? Are you back? You good?
I am
Let's
back.
see.
Is it good? Is it better?
Yes, it's
It is.
good.
It
It's
is.
good. And I was in your absence. I was asking, what is your definition of aliens? Like, how long does like are we aliens? Did we come from somewhere else? We ended up being here. Like, how? What is your definition of an alien? Like,
An alien
maybe they've
is
been here
someone that.
forever. Like, how long
Yes,
have we been
alien is
here?
something to me. My definition is not from the planet. It's extraterrestrial. It comes from a different planet.
So not created here. Like if we as humans, let's say somebody says, "Well, we were planted here. We're aliens," but no, like we've been here for
Well,
like
I
how
don't
long
even.
would they have to be here to be considered
All right,
aliens? Like,
so now
yeah.
we're going into a whole different situation. Now we're going into a whole different rabbit hole if we have to say that us humans were planted on this planet, which means we were not originally from this planet. Then that means that yes, we are aliens. Doesn't matter how long we've been here, we're aliens. We're not from this planet originally. And that's just what it is. Look at you, Luna. Thank you so much. We gotta put that comment on the goddamn stream. Tony, your audio is as fine as you are. You see this? See this?
That's a beautiful comment.
It is.
Leave it
It
up
is.
there.
It made me feel good about myself. I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna work out, and I'm gonna start thinking of you, Luna. Well, why you said that to me?
And you should actually listen to your audio too while you do that.
And all that good stuff. But let me say this. I wanna make y'all understand something too, especially the dude. Who's that cat? I'm gonna say your name. Who's over here saying, "Oh, you're wrong, Tony Teflon." Death Shadow. Listen, Death Shadow. It's all right for you to not agree with me. You will not be banned. You will not be blocked. You will not be anything. As long as you're respectable and you have every right not to disagree with me. You may be right. I may be wrong. We shall find out in the end. And that's what it is. So anyone who wants to come on here and disagree with me and you got facts or whatever, bring them facts. We all about that. I'm about that smoke. So good. And that's just what it goes and everything else. And that's what it is. We're all here for the fandom. And that's just the way it goes and stuff like that. And listen, I ain't gonna be wrong. I know already. So the facts speak for itself. Let's go check my videos that I've done. I told you there's gonna be an alien autopsy weeks ago. We're about to get it. All right, and I can go through. If I went through everything I got right, it would be too many things for me to tell you that I've gotten right because I got just about everything in there right. Just about everything I've said is right. I told you that Tabitha, when she was seeing those creatures that was in her head, that no one else could see them. I told you that. That's what it was. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I told you that's the way it goes and everything else. So I told you I can't go through it all. That's the thing. It's too many. You know what I mean? But it's that essence, the bottom line. And again, I don't say it because I want it to be. I'm only saying it because this is what they've shown it to be. And I just go by what the show shows me. So we see what up, Regina Great. What's going on? And hopefully, listen, I'm gonna do the. Hopefully, I get this con popping. I think I'm gonna. It's gonna happen. And we talked about a little bit and everything. We talked about a little bit and everything else. Next year, we're gonna have a From Con. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold one in Nashville and everything else. And hopefully, you all come to the From Con. We go and meet each other, hang out, do what we gotta do, and everything else. And do these panels and everything else, and have some drinks at night in Nashville next year. And you can come there with your free feeling. And if you think you have a better theory or something, I'm going to have panels. I'm going to have not just me on the panel. I'll make panels for other people like you in the chat. If you feel that you can do a panel by yourself and you have theories that you want to go out, then we definitely will have you go through it and everything else. No doubt about it. All right. Is my audio still messed up right now, Lamar? Well, Elmar, I'll be back in a second. And everything else. If it is messed up, my audio right now, if it is messed up, then that's what it's gonna. Then we're gonna end it right now. You know what I mean, and everything else. Like everyone's saying it's good now. Is my audio still messing up?
It's perfectly fine.
All right, people are saying it's messing. I don't know if it's just they just over here. They over here just trolling. It could be, but hopefully it's all good, and everyone we can meet each other and everything else. Like I said, we'll all be in there together, hanging out.
A long time to plan, so people should start making plans now.
Yeah, and it'll be like I said. You know what I mean. It'll be next year. We'll try. Maybe if I could find out, talk to the showrunners or whatever, find out if it's we could do it when a certain episode airs. It'd be great if we did it like when episode 10 airs of next season, and then we could all stay there and watch episode 10 together. And then we
Nice.
put up a big screen and everything else, and we all just watch it together and drink and just have a great time. It would just be amazing if we could pull something off, or either the first episode of next season. We try to get it all popping and everything else like that, but make sure your super chat was missed. I am sorry about that. Let me see if I can scroll up Christina and see if I can find it again. I left the stream for a little while to get this thing right, but let me scroll up and see if we can.
Christina, Victor's the mole he eats bagged or canned food only.
Is that her super chat?
Christina Jarvis. Yep.
I still don't see
Victor's the mole he eats bagged or canned food only.
All right, so I think that's interesting that Victor, if he's the mole, I do believe there's stuff in the food, right? That they're providing these people with the food. And I think that while they're providing them with the stuff, that they're definitely doing something to it, right? So 100%, I agree that that's the case, that could be what's going on here and everything, without a doubt. That but the only thing about Victor, and listen, it could be a Kaiser Sosa situation. If anyone watch The Usual Suspects, you know what I mean. It could be a situation like that with Victor, where he's playing the role. That's it. Oh, 300 people, 327 people here, only 185 likes. Come on. I mean, we could do better than that. Can we? Is it really that hard to hit the thumbs up button for your boy and your girl right here to help us out, get this spread across everything else? So for that reason, I could see, yes, it could be Victor. But again, when you deal with the whole backstory of Victor, it just seems like it's too much backstory. That's the only reason why I wouldn't think it was him.
And we do have that emotional stuff, but again, he's showing it in front of, um, oh goodness, in front of. I keep forgetting people's names. Oh my god.
Jade,
No, no, he's playing the violin.
Jade is playing the violin.
Jade, yes, I'm sorry, Jade. So he's showing that in front of Jade, but then, um, I don't know. Like it would be a very long, thing to play because he played it his entire life.
I
It's
agree.
not like he just gets in there for like I don't know, like 3 month session. Gets like a yearly excursion to the Fromville and gets paid to be at the mall. He lived there his entire life, so I don't know why he would be the mall. Why?
Yeah, Luna's saying why ever wonder why the monsters don't attack animals? It's not that they don't need to.
Mhm.
Again, I told you this from a long time ago, and I'll still say it. I said this almost last year. We've never seen any of these monsters eat anything
Right?
ever.
Nothing.
They've never eaten a human. It's not zombie type stuff where they're eating these people for nourishment.
Yeah.
All we ever see is the chest cavity opened up, kind of
Mhm.
like it would be opened up in the autopsy, and the internal organs removed. So we don't know if they're
Yeah.
bagging them up for experiments, which what I think is going on. But that's all we ever see. We've never seen them chow down. In fact, when we seen the chick, and I asked her when she came on
Yeah.
here and she was on the channel, I asked her specifically when she bit Porn Stats' tongue out, what did she do? And she said, I spit that shit out.
Mhm.
That was her exact words. I
Yeah.
spit that shit out.
I think they're doing it for gore and to freak people out. I mean, if you kill somebody and don't, they're showing the bodies out there for it's the fear factor. It's like to get them to be scared. They made those noises, all kinds of things. They did all kinds of things for the show to show them. They dragged the body out with a no guts but open chest to freak people out.
Uh-huh. I agree 100% on that. All right, on that, we're gonna wrap it. All right. We've been here an hour and a half
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
appreciate everyone and everything else coming out here, rocking with us all this time, all the new subscribers, all the super chats and everything, all the members, having a lot of fun. So
Great conversations.
it is. So let's see if we
Yeah.
can do again. If you come 10 p.m. on Sunday, we will have the actress who plays Christy, Chloe, will be rocking with us the whole time, breaking down the episodes. So if you ever wanted to speak to her or have the chance to ask her a question live, make sure you're subscribed so you can call in and then you can talk to her live. She'll be here then. Next on that, I will try to do something for Friday or Saturday. I keep saying it, but I'll try to do it. It's going to be an early stream. It's just that when I go to the gym is what's messing me up. Because I go to the gym like 6 o'clock in the morning and everything else, and it's just messing it up. But I'm going to try to do something this Saturday early and just try to jump something off for you. And it'll be probably like 1 p.m. Eastern time. So our people out there in Great Britain and all that can interact with us and everything else. You know what I mean? But let me get up out of here right now and stuff like that because everything's audio. People keep saying stuff on audio and all that good stuff like that. So let's get out of here. If you like the way I do this, please thumbs up the spread this across the realm and as always subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is.